I should have been watching the screen a little earlier when we had some heavy snow falling. It's not snowing right now, but it was snowing. Setting up the screen. And Nats, how you doing? Angeline, how you doing? Botched, I know I see you there. Welcome to the show, everybody. I don't really have any movie plans for tonight. I really was a little bit disappointed with the last two movies. Oh, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Thank you. I don't know who these people are. Hello, yes, listen, homeless Henry, how you doing? All right. So, eventually we're going to get to the point in the game, or the trucking game, where we're going to be wanting to go out there on go into multimedia player mode, which is coming up real soon, because we are getting good enough at doing manual shifting to not stall out the truck as much, which is great. But I'm not sure if my truck will actually exist in multiplayer mode, despite the fact it's a very common model. The Kenworth K100E was produced, I believe, from 1961 to 2004. It is a cab over truck in the United States. 2004, I believe, was the last year that was made. So I don't know, because it's not a built-in truck of the game. If in multiplayer mode, we can still drive a Kenworth K100E, or if I have to use a conventional curb sniffer, which I'm not too impressed with. Maybe the Volvo with the sloop nose might be better, because it might give kind of the features of conventional with some of the features of cab over. I don't know. What do the buttons do? Well, button 1 turns on the hazard. Button 2 turns on my beacon strobes. Button 3, I think I have set for the GPS. Button 4, I forgot. 6, I forgot. 5 and 6 have buttons also for the GPS. 8 and 9 have to do with views. So like they do control. Yeah, they're used for different functions. Yeah. Well, the thing is that the Kenworth K100E was actually a third-party add-on to the game. That's the reason why. I remember. Let me tell you a story about that, because people don't know the story. Like everybody else in the game, I started driving the truck in the game that was what the game provided, mostly conventionals. And one of the things that frustrated me so much was the big hood in front, because it was like I couldn't see the curbs. I was constantly running over the curbs every time, because I couldn't see where the wheels were in relation to the curbs. Well, I didn't know about cab overs because of history, so I found a couple of different cab overs: Peterbilt, Kenworth, Mac. Um, and I walked in after I installed the Kenworth K100E one. I went over to the Kenworth dealership, and here's this beautiful, big Aerodyne, 1970s, 80s Aerodyne truck sitting right there, K100. It was like, ooh. It screamed my name. I said, I'm yours. I said, oh, that's cute. On the outside, let's see the inside. I got inside and I saw the stock steering wheel, the 3-spoke steering wheel, and the fact that the dashboard had a sight line that goes straight up. And you probably see it. Remember, I was playing with it. Excuse me, with a Xbox controller at the time. I said, well, this is nice because I can tell where my steering wheel is. I can tell when my tires are centered. Just line up the skinny spoke with the dashboard and I'm in. So, I had just gotten myself this little garage after getting a loan from the bank. I decided to get the truck. And I obviously loved the fact that I was so high up and I could see over my domain, i.e., the highway, you know? So, and I also watched a lot of other truckers talking about the Kenworth K100E IRL, the real truck. And the fun memories they have and the fact that it was a very reliable truck. So, yeah, it made sense, right? The Snow Queen needs her throat, right? If it is going about 50 to 60 miles an hour, you know, it still counts. So, when I got the money together, I got my NPC drivers. I got them the same kind of truck. It came with Kenworth K100 each. The trucks are all the same design, which is great because, you know, we all have the same truck. We all have the same accessories and everything. And it made my game playing a lot easier when I was using an Xbox controller. And then when I finally got the steering wheel, I decided to go back over and try another conventional just for the heck of it to see what I missed or if there would have been any improvement. I drove a Kenworth W900L modern truck, all the modern accessories, everything for the American roads, and immediately I felt like I was going back to kindergarten because I was like, oh, all of a sudden it's like there's that big hood in the way again, you know. And even though the truck I had mirrors on the front so you could see the road below, it was just too weird. So I do want to play multiplayer mode, but I also don't want to get stuck with driving a conventional curb sniffer either. You know, but I certainly, yes, I know. Guys, let me explain one thing. This dress is comfortable. Like some people said, Michele is basically a desk jock. She doesn't go anywhere. She doesn't do any heavy lifting or running heavy machinery. She doesn't crawl in the dirt, doesn't crawl in the mud. She's a desk jock. She sits there. She's a paper pusher. That's what I do. So I can get away wearing the same dress like 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days in a row, as it would be fine. It doesn't get dirty like that, you know. Yeah, well, I gotta get more of these dresses. I got other dresses, but they're all in the closet. I just kind of like to wear this one because it's nice and warm and it's not too cold. Um, oh yeah, there's a lot of semis outside my shop. Window. I'm also just also seems to be saying soon spring will be here, which I actually do look forward to going back out at Cumberland Farms again, because I miss going to Cumberland Farms, having my coffee, doing a video, and I miss that because she hasn't been feeling well, so we haven't been meeting up that much, and that's kind of lonely. You know, sometimes I like to meet up with people. Yeah, I got some more dresses. I have to go dig them out, look for them. I got one from Gaming Theory too, which I washed, just sitting in the closet right now. Yeah, well, you think black's bad? Try wearing a white dress. Yeah, white gets way worse. But just very interesting to think about. That I think when I look at all the things I've done on my channel, I think sometimes winter is like holding pattern. I think I'm not the only one that feels that way. I know that a lot of people feel the same way. It's like, okay, it's winter, it's snowing, it's cold, it's icy. I'm gonna stay put. I'm not gonna go anywhere, right? But deep down in your body's brain is saying is, I want to get out there and do something. I mean, if I had a real tractor trailer truck, despite the fact that diesel is anywhere from $3 to $5 a gallon, I probably would be cruising just to get out of the house for a few hours. The inside's not dirty, unless you mean my mind, which isn't that dirty. My mind is pretty clean. But I'm bored. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still the Snow Queen. And we had an interesting show yesterday with Bubbles. But I'd like to get some of the others back on the show today. Somebody said yesterday that there was somebody who was thinking there was a boycott against my channel. I found it kind of interesting because, like, why would you want to have a boycott of me? What did I do? You didn't do nothing. No. You still gotta get new sneakers too. Yeah, I know. Well, we can buy those. Pretty soon, more likely. I do have another pair of cheap ones, but that are my spares. You could say they're my equivalent of donuts from my car. You know, that spare tire in the back trunk there in the boot. You know, not really much of a full tire. Well, these are full sneakers, but they're kind of limited in capacity. At the times. All right, let's see. How about this? May today's show be a good show. There you go. That's a good idea. I have a wand. Yes, I do have a wand. It's on the shelf. I do use it once in a while. But you know, Wow, air in here is still dry. Wow. Um, I got the humidifier running quite a bit. Not every day, because it's not automatically refilled. I have to refill it every day with water. It's not the big loud one I used to have that used to sound like a big angry motor growling along the old Emerson. That used to be pretty cool for a humidifier, because that thing would it would hold like about 8 to 10 liters of water, would just growl along all day long, throwing tons of moisture in the air. Hello, Golden Girl 50, how you doing today? So, I have been pretty low key for the last few weeks. I'm not the only one, because I know some people have been saying the same thing, that they've been feeling, shall I say, low energy. First of all, there's nothing wrong with being low energy. It is as it is. You know, let's get the internet ready. So ready to chat here. But rather, you know, I go through this every once in a while in the wintertime. Just some weeks when I just go, I don't care. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sleep, 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 sleep. And yesterday I was going to bring the garbage out. To my dismay, I saw that our driveway was still covered with snow. And I was like, well, I don't want to go downstairs with a heavy bag of garbage and trudge it through the snow. The bag was almost at the point where it was almost at its limits. And I was afraid the bag might rip, or I could fall and break something. And I really need someone to help me get the bag of garbage downstairs to the dumpster. Actually, there's something wrong if your energy is low, whether you're exhausted or depressed or lazy. Yeah. But I'm not the only one that's been feeling that. So I don't think it's individual specific, particular to any particular individual. I just think it's that, you know, I've gotten used to spring weather, being outside in the sun. Last year, we were doing a lot of that. Carmen and I and Lumi would go out all summer long and go to Cumbies and do a video, and then we'd hang out, have a good time, and we liked that. But it's pretty cold out there right now. It's going to be very windy. It's going to be sunny later, but it's going to be windy, which is kind of bummy. Why would she be named Hemi? Why would I be named Hemi? That's not even my name. My actual real name is Lorena Annette Finesse, but Michele called me Lomi long before she asked me what my real name was. But I didn't have a problem with it, so let her name stay. Well, I didn't even expect it today. Well, I expected it today because I saw those in the forecast and in the plans, but I also was hoping that, you know, it wasn't going to be windy on top of everything else. In our area, the wind is coming down from the northwest, okay, from Canada. And then, of course, as it goes halfway across the state of Connecticut, middle state is kind of coming from the west to the east. So it means that there's kind of a change occurring with the barometric pressures, but not necessarily in our favor, because tomorrow, if I remember correctly, if I look at the map, it looks like it's gonna be -1 sunny, -1 and sunny. But then the day after that, it's gonna snow again. Yeah, well, we had clear skies yesterday too, but as I said, it was kind of cold, so I didn't really want to go out. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you, Michele. I'm sorry about that. Hi, Craig. How you doing, Steve Craig? What does that mean? Parasol can't afford to pay attention. 26. Whoa. That's I'm gonna feel later. Well, that's nice rainbow for you. Yeah. Snow again. Seasonal affective depression. Yeah. Could be. I do get it once in a while in the wintertime too. Although it's mostly except this last year was more of a I wasn't so depressed. I would say the snow is gonna probably according to the weather said by 3 o'clock the sun coming in. Do you realize that's why we have most of our festivals in the winter, right? Exactly for that reason. Because we decide to create all our festivities in the wintertime to help keep people cheered up. But once Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, and Easter are over, most people are between those holidays. They're like, what are we going to do every day? Probably haven't been going live for the same reason I don't always go live. Sometimes you don't feel like it. Well, I think what it is that during the year's time, we forget, especially in the Northeast, the other extreme. I mean, like in the summertime, we complain it gets too hot, and then we forget how cold winter is, and then winter hits you like a cold fish, and you're like, ah! And you wish it was hot again, and then all of a sudden it gets hot, and you start like feeling like you're in a saucepan, frying, deep frying, and then you're complaining because it's too hot. Right now, if I went down to Rio, it's their summer right now. That'd be nice, But it's my season, so unfortunately, I have to stay in the U.S. because it's my season. But I could go in our summer, which is their winter, which wouldn't be so bad. BBL everyone. What does BBL mean? Steve says, off to work. What island are you going to? Says Michele. BBL, everyone, says, coming flu. Galaxy Ice says, bye, Steve. Parasolar says, absolutely, Galaxy. I can't bang it. How you doing? So, I think they would need a truck. I think they would need a forklift to lift him. Not that I'm lightweight either. But either way, so I have to get some food ordered for the house. But like I said, Krista hasn't been feeling well. So okay. True. Probably would. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, before I forget. I still am driving the truck. I gotta get the truck. I gotta get to my delivery pickup in the truck, so ultra mega super size. So I know you guys like driving the truck. I know Grace likes driving the truck. I know he knows I enjoy driving the truck. And I thought it would be interesting to tell you the story how I got to Kenworth, because I think that has been, of all the trucks I've driven in the game for companies, when I was using their truck and their trailer versus my own truck and trailer, I really do find the cab over was always the better layout for me. I didn't try the Peterbilt 359, 369 yet. I can install that in the game. Thank you again for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you, chat. Thanks for the follower. So, who wants to come up here on the panel and hang out with me? Yesterday was Bubbles, but I want to see if we can get some of the other people up too here. HFP. HFP. Yeah, I don't either. I know someone said hi to him earlier. Let's not get to that. Are we going to be doing a portrait stream today? Yeah. Chris says, yes, Michele, over truck driving. I think you're better ask Donald Trump for a. Well, it's a game, but I get your joke, yeah. I would love to see the real truck that is based, my truck's based on. I did show one in my general chat that was featured 2 years ago in my Discord. They had the Aerodyne pattern on it. Mine doesn't have the Aerodyne pattern on it. I mean, it was an option when I got it out of the dealer showroom in the game, but I chose to go with just a red truck. But the trailer, I did choose to kind of go with the colors I got. I don't know. Hard to know who's who sometimes. He said hi to me earlier, said Michele. Okay. I'm sub to the real one. Okay. I know Bots has been working on some videos. He did a pretty neat one with me, but he also was doing some on Bergs as well. Oh, I believe it. You see any cab overs in that yard? Go figure. 2 different eras of NASQ transportation for commercial delivery. Horses next to tractor trailer trucks. 2 different eras of how we used to ship things from place to place. You forgot oxen. I know, oxen or another thing. Not too many oxen needed anymore. That was really where the tractor trailer trucks were closest to as far as performance was the oxen. We have the low gear on the Eaton Fulton transmission is called the bull gear. High torque, low speed, lots of ability to pull out some pretty heavy stuff. 19th century and before, you would move things by horse and oxen, right? Think about this. Where do you think the name the Teamsters come from? The Teamsters referred to originally teams of drivers that would pull. Okay, that case coming on. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning. How are you?
I know they changed the sound a little bit, but it's still.
I've changed my sound. Remember, I got a new laptop because I tried on the other one. Remember?
Yeah.
Is this not so good? It's
really?
exactly the same. It's the same laptop. I bought the same laptop.
Okay. See, about the same model laptop.
Yeah, because then I thought if I tread on the keys on this one, I can maybe make one out of the bits. Plus, I get, you got another charger now, so I thought if I stick with the same one.
Okay, well, that makes some sense.
Yeah. It wasn't even old.
Besides, that also means that all your accessories from the other one, like the hard drive, will slide into that one as well.
Yeah. So, did you play your truck last night?
Keeping the left foot on white line gives you. Yeah, that's true. Grace. In my case, my left foot's on the clutch, which is kind of where it belongs. But what happens is sometimes my feet get lazy, and then they kind of start pressing down the keys and or pedals, and the next thing you know, I'm constantly clutching myself. I'm always gonna have to keep my left foot off the clutch.
Yeah, I noticed you You do have a hard time staying in the lane. Like,
not really. It's mostly when I'm turning, it gets a little harder because you got to turn. Especially around curves. If it's straight, it's not quite as bad.
Yeah.
It's when you have to turn that it gets a little more challenging.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Galaxy, Chris, Carolyn, Parasolo.
So anyway, I don't really have a movie planned for today. Like I said earlier, as last week's movie went over like a lead balloon. Only Stoner liked it, and I don't even really think he liked it that much.
I haven't seen Stoner that much recently. Guess he's working.
Yeah, we was there at the movie night last week on Tuesday. What? There is written warnings in the dirt and a train yard fenced off. What's the warning say? No, it doesn't. Man, the mean says is, hey, LAPD FBI, traffical god, police. It doesn't mean anything nice. It's not like the person is saying is this that they don't like them there. I'm working on that. Okay.
So what are your plans today, Michele? Have you got any plans today? Are you
not really.
going to take your trash out?
I was going to get the garbage out yesterday, but guess what? The driveway was not clear of snow yesterday, and it just snowed just a little while ago.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
So the garbage is in the storage bin, so I can bring it downstairs when the snow clears.
Oh, okay. It's not worth falling over. Good idea.
Well, yeah, I don't want to slide with a whole heavy bag of garbage.
Yeah.
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 So, I haven't been doing a lot lately. It's been kind of lying low. I'm going to get a vertical in this afternoon, or portrait, but I've been seeing a lot
It's not the weather for you, is it? This weather is not for you. Even though you're the snow queen, this really is not the weather for you.
No, I kind of like spring. It's kind of like spring is when it's, and I find out summer really isn't so bad. As I get older, summer can still be miserable when it gets super hot, but I've gotten kind of used to the warmer weather a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
you be the spring queen? You have to be the snow queen, can't you be?
Well, I can still be snow queen. After all, there's a huge demand for the winter season because there's not. Everybody wants spring and summer. Nobody really wants fall or winter for some reason. So when you got, I do love snow. I do love winter, but I got older and I don't stay as warm as I used to.
Yeah. Yeah. And your knees buggered, so.
Yeah. And I also like I said, I used to like going outside, and like last year we did this. We went out a lot.
Yeah, that was in the summer or when the weather was better. This is why it would be better for you to live on the first floor, really, practically. You wouldn't have those stairs to deal with, would you?
The stairs isn't the problem. The problem is that, I have to get the garbage down 3 flights of stairs, and we don't have a garbage chute. So that means that somebody is going to carry the garbage down. And then if Jimmy doesn't plow the driveway, guess what? You don't know what you got underneath that snow.
How about you tie your garbage to like some string and lower it down?
Well, I could, but then I
You
still
could get
got.
a pulley system. A pulley
I'm afraid the
system
bag
rig.
will rip. It's not like the porch used to be, where there used to be a clear line of sight straight down. Well, it still is actually. The problem is that
Yeah,
it
don't
have to be
throw them over
rope. It
the
have to
edge.
be rope, not string. Yeah.
Right. Do not throw your garbage over the edge, though. I'm on about a pulley system, like a string.
Well, you used to have that when the old porch was here. There used to be a pulley on it for that purpose.
Oh, that would be a great idea.
Well, just throw a rope or often we use extension cords, tie it back to the extension cord, throw it over the pulley, and just hoist it down.
That's how you used to do it? Why did that all change?
Well, when they built the new porch, they didn't put a pulley in, so there's no way to do that anymore.
Hi, Toodles.
And like I said, no, Krista's not been feeling well, so she hasn't been coming over. Ray hasn't been around lately. Hi, Toodles. How you doing? Good morning to you. Good morning.
What's wrong with Krista? Well,
What's that?
what's wrong with Krista?
Depression. Anxiety is getting pretty bad.
Oh, bless her. I'll shoot her a message.
She's trying new medication, and she said that she's going to talk to her OBGYN and see if maybe it might be something to do with her reproductive organs. I said that could be. It could be symptoms of something that's affecting your body in different areas that may not be mental.
She's been under a lot of stress, Michele, recently. That's not helped, I don't think.
I don't know. I haven't really been getting involved with her personal life.
Well,
I don't know.
You know the drama that happened and all that. That's probably weighing on her.
I don't know what drama you're talking about because I haven't heard her tell me about any drama.
Oh, Michele, the drama not long ago about her arguing with Ray and all that stuff. That's probably,
No, I'm sure she still argues with now and then.
No, I mean, yeah. She's still with Ray, though, isn't she?
What's that?
She's still with Ray. They haven't split up.
Yeah, they're married. Yeah. They don't have money for divorce. I don't think she wants to divorce him anyway. I think she still likes him.
No. Poor old girl. Yeah, maybe she's coming into early menopause and stuff.
What? Maybe she could
it
be.
Might sound that
Again,
bad.
that's why she said that she's going to be seeing her OBGYN to see if it could be reproductive issues or hormonal issues regarding menopause, like you said.
Right.
Because she's even here. Yeah. So, by the way, I was talking to Lomi about the feasibility of the Starlink. And while we do have a place where we do get clear line of sight for a dish, Lomi said to me is, do you really need it? Because right now, with this show, we are streaming 720p. We're not having any problems. Same setup as we do every morning. So it seems that it's not necessarily that we don't have the bandwidth. It was more like the bandwidth was being choked by somebody.
Well, it's working now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. And that's why Lummy said to me, do you really want to spend $199 for the receiver and then pay $120 a month for a plan? Because, you already pay between T-Mobile and Frontier. You're already paying over that, between the home phone and your cell phone, which is also your internet providers on both. You're already paying a fortune. Do you really want to get a third plan that you have to paying $120 a month?
No, that's not good at all. Morning, Andrew. How are you? Hi, Rambo. I don't know if I said hello.
Yeah, Angela, how you doing?
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Good idea, because you don't need another bill coming in, Michele. I mean,
yeah, I don't need that bill coming. And then, of course, like Lemmy says, where are you going to stick it? Oh, I said the only place I can stick it is on the little roof covered stairway. She said, and how are you going to get up there? Oh, you have to crawl up the roof. Your knee? No.
oh,
No.
you'd have to have somebody
Absolutely
do
not.
it.
No,
You
no, no,
wouldn't be
no, no,
doing
no,
it.
no.
You think I put mine on my roof? Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, if I had a place like outside, like a picnic table, a yard, I could have set it on the ground, and we still have access to the sky. But I don't have access to exclusive use area of my yard, so that's not really feasible either. I understand that. Just not a long week, Michele. I got home at 10:30 this morning. Oh, okay. Do you want to come up for a little bit?
Rambo, congratulations. 30 years. My eyes aren't very good at it, and it's really small to read the chat up here. But I think he said 30 years marriage today, his anniversary. 30 years.
Thanks. I had a lot of patience, I think. We still has Guess GE, my bad, Rambo I, and what did he say that was congratulations. I must have missed that part.
Yeah. He's been married 30 years today, Michele. It's his anniversary.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Get less for murder.
Well, like I said, one of the things is that I do hope this morning show will go well with YouTube, because I really
What?
really find that very frustrating. We already know what I'm talking about, so I don't have to rehash it. This one's monetized right now. Then YouTube can't complain about foul language or anything, because there isn't any. No one said anything nasty.
I haven't. I'm on my best behaviour.
I know. You are. I am.
I'm not going to swear, Michele. No matter what, I'm not going to swear.
I'm getting old too. I think everybody here is. And the one thing about getting old is I get aches and pains in places where I don't normally get aches and pains.
Are you getting aches and pains now, Michele? Or have you noticed that you're getting older?
Yeah, I started noticing things like that when I get older. So what do you think about the way that the truck driver is going in the game?
I think it's great. I think you're definitely better than when you started off. And I'm guessing that's because of the wheel. Don't know. Or practice, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, but I know it's only YouTube, but it's also one of the largest social media platforms in the world. No, the cold does not help. So anyway, so what do you like about the truck driving in the game? I mean, is there any...
I like you almost crashing or it's just fun. It's just fun watching him, Michele. Does make me a bit classic
You ever
sometimes.
watch Cool Kid? Because I put one of his videos of him driving the truck with his friends in multiplayer mode, which is from 2 years ago.
No, I've never watched Cool Kid. I wouldn't watch anyone else playing the truck game, Michele. I find it very boring. Has to be you saying it.
Yeah. You probably noticed that I don't always talk a lot in the gaming with Michele sometimes.
No, you're concentrating on it.
Yeah. I've learned that one of the things in the game, because I can't always see the comment very well, is to actually listen to the sound of the engine to determine when it's what 1100 RPM. So
use wing mirrors more as well. Sometimes you cut right in front of people.
I do use the mirrors, but sometimes I forget.
I know.
We look forward. We do not look sideways. It sounds like something a president would say. We need to look forward and not look sideways. Where the past is over and we already know what the future is. It's ahead of us. No, it's not. It's a semi truck going at 50 miles an hour and you're sideswiping you.
Morning, Sherry.
How you doing, Sherry?
I'd like to see you in a helicopter game, Michele. I think you'd do better because you haven't got to worry about other traffic so much.
But there's another driving game that doesn't involve motorized contrivances at all. There's actually a game where you're delivering freight, but you're driving it in a carriage with oxen.
Oh,
that sounds more interesting. I have to look up what the name was. Game to call. It was an interesting game. I said, "Oh wait, so you got teams of oxen instead of teams of horsepowers? Oh, that sounds interesting." Say like the 1870s, you're bringing loads into the city by oxen. I
no
could
Trump
suppose
this morning,
what's your trip to the fueling up sites like? You have to get the bucket of water and a bucket of feed for the oxen.
Have you actually delivered a load yet on time?
It's possible, Rambo. I mean, it's usually a team of oxen, usually two oxen, sometimes 4 oxen, depending on how much you got to carry. I'm not really interested in combat games that much. I mean, I this Friday, me and Gaming Fear are going to be playing some Ascension WoW. Maybe Red will join us. I don't know, but he's so elite now that it's
Red's way farther than you, isn't it?
Yeah, he is way further than me. Once I can get up to level 10, 20, I can start doing dungeons and battlegrounds.
What level are you now?
Probably like level 6. And Essential
WoW. You've been playing it years. How can you be level 6?
Because we just started playing Essential WoW because I didn't have a computer that could play it before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there is fighting in World of Warcraft. Yeah, there is, Michele. There's a lot of fighting in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, a lot of hand-to-hand fight in World of Warcraft. But City Skylines does work out. I could play that on on the computer and still sit over here on the desk and set up the cities and things. I mean, that's kind of fun. Kind of to me, but boring to you because the players are going to be like, what's she doing? She's laying pipe. What's she laying pipe? She's going to be having central heating and cooling for the residents.
You coming up, Andrew? Where are you? Come on.
Yeah,
Leave
if
me up
you
here,
feel like coming up a little bit, we'd love to have you up here.
Yeah. You've had plenty of time to get your coffee or your tea on the go.
Yeah.
That guy yesterday, he did an amazing Scottish accent.
Yeah, he did yesterday. Yes, he did. Bubbles did yesterday. Yep. And of course, the other thing is that don't forget Chris Bliss's birthday is Thursday.
Yep. Chris Briss's birthday is a Thursday. What, you gonna dedicate him a song or something?
I don't have any songs to dedicate, but I was hoping maybe he'd come up and join us for a happy birthday morning interview talk.
An interview with him would be interesting.
Yeah.
Wonder if he'd do that.
Well, I don't know what his work schedule is like though, so I don't know if he's necessarily going to be here in the morning.
I would actually be interested in an interview from him because he's a really interesting person. Like, everything about him is interesting.
Yeah, he's an interesting person. He's an Aquarius. He's like in the first what they call of this what they call. I'm trying to convey what is it? Decades, decants, which is
Decant. What's a decant?
30 each 10 degrees of a sign is a decant. That's the word
A
dec.
decant.
It means 10.
Has anyone ever heard of the word decant? Anyone else heard of the word decant?
A decant is like a subdivision of the zodiac. Well, let's just keep it simple. He's still an Aquarius, but he's definitely a traditional Aquarius. Creative, spontaneous, fun.
Makes him a decant, does it? Oh, okay.
The cats.
How do you think I'm doing on not swearing anyway today, Michele?
Yeah, I know you're not swearing. You don't usually swear much anyway.
You're doing a very, very good job today.
Yeah, thank you. So it's spelled Decants, decants. I never heard of it either until one astrologer explained to me what a decant was. I said, really? So every sign is broken into 3 groups of 10 degrees each.
Hi, Chris. I just heard you're a decant. Very nice, Chris. I didn't know that. Michele was just telling me.
Good morning, Chris. How you doing? Happy birthday coming up to you. Happy birthday coming up for you. I said you're probably of the first level decant of the Aquarius zodiac, which is more of the true Aquarius. Maybe I don't know. That means you have some Capricorn in you or not. I don't know what that means exactly.
How did you become a decant, Chris? Were you born one?
Yeah, it's based on his birth date. Yeah, it's the 30th of January. So, and Aquarius' start in January, right after Capricorn. So, it puts him in the first 10 degrees of his zodiac sign.
Oh, he's a right true decant, isn't he?
I'm never really exactly sure what the 3 parts of the 3 decants of Aquarius are. I know what the 3 decants of Virgo are. They're The third decant, which I'm in, is the artistic one.
Oh, you one as well,
creative.
Michele?
How do I know? Because I did some research into it.
Oh.
Same astrologer explained things about Virgo, and she did cover Aquarius, but I didn't remember watching the Aquarius one too much detail. I wanted to know where Louie landed, and she lands in the third decant. The third group of 10 degrees of the sign, which puts her in the artistic creative. Same thing with Carmen.
Well, Michele, how do I know if I'm a decant? How would I know?
How do you know what decant you are? You have to go by look at your date of your birth and realize each decant it is pronounced decant, not decant. Decant is every 10 days, basically. So if you were, say, the first 10 days of what Gemini is, you'd be the first one. If you're in the second period of 10 days of Gemini, you'd be the second decant. And if you're in the third, which is the last 10 days, you'll be in the third decant. But after that,
I think I'm a third. I think I'm a third decant because I'm very late in May.
Right. So what you should do is look up Gemini decant, DECANT, meaning of, and see if we can find out the information for the Gemini decant.
Okay.
Well, in this case,
no one's ever called
Chris Bliss, it's not an insult, trust me. I don't ever want to insult you. Wasn't trying to be insulting.
He knows, Michele.
He knows, I know. By the way, even though you had that technical issue with the sound, I hope you saved that for your ringtone for your phone, that looping effect. That'd be a heck of an annoying ringtone for your phone. Sound like a fire alarm. Wee, 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 wee. His StreamYards got stuck, and then he was playing a musical instrument. He was going to turn on his smoke machine, and all of a sudden, StreamYards got stuck listening to this klaxon alarm for like 5 minutes. And he didn't know it was stuck because through his headphones, everything sounded fine.
Right.
Well, anyway, so
what are you having for your cuisine today, Michele? What are you cuisining? I'm thinking of making a curry.
What kind of story?
Curry. I'm thinking of making a curry.
Oh, curry.
You eat it. What are you having?
I still got a frozen lasagna I can throw in the oven.
Yeah, that'd be nice as well.
Or I can throw in some of those little Slider White Castles or something. See, I got plenty of dinner food, but breakfast food, I'm almost out of cereal. I was gonna go get some McCumbie.
What about, you don't have to eat cereal every morning. There are other options. What about some yogurt and fruit?
I had waffles yesterday.
Nice.
I got another pack of. I still have 6 waffles left for today.
They'll be nice. Get bacon with them, Michele.
No,
you don't eat bacon.
I just have one maple syrup and the waffles. That's it.
Yummy.
No, fresh, real maple syrup, 100% pure from the tree.
Where'd you get that from? Where did Fancy Pants get that pure maple syrup from?
Yeah, it's the Price Chopper pure maple syrup from Vermont. So,
nice. Morning, Mojo.
Morning, Mojo. How you doing today? Galaxy Eye says I've been taking lunch by the bucket of my neighbor's tree and juicing them because they said I could have as many as I want years ago. And they brought me a grocery bag full and left it on my
I can't even.
porch
That would
today.
just be so wonderful having fresh oranges.
Andrew, come on. Okay.
Wouldn't it, Michele? Having fresh oranges.
Andrew, how you doing?
You know what? Fruit. I am disgusted how much fruit is now. Apples. Like, you're looking at like $1 an apple.
Oh,
Bloody disgusting, Andrew.
Whoa.
This morning.
Actually,
Terrible.
Prepper Princess
Just like
said
the
the same
amount
thing
of
to
chips I had
Galaxy Ice about
yesterday.
Yeah, I
California.
wasn't impressed with them chips. But
She said that California, you got a lot of people have fruits and stuff on their trees, and usually, even in her own yard, she had orange trees. And she's got avocados and oranges and things right outside her front door. So she doesn't even have to go buy those stuff at the store. She got them fresh
I
from
just love the idea of getting orange. I can't grow oranges.
Definitely can't do that here. That's for
Apples, yes.
Yeah.
Pears, fruits, but not oranges.
If you have a greenhouse, it's not so bad, but I don't have one of them.
The only thing I've got is me weed.
Yeah, but
growing
most
one.
people don't have room
Yeah.
in a greenhouse for an orange tree.
Growing there. I had to top my weed yesterday. I was nearly crying because
How do you mean top it? How do you mean?
you have to like cut.
I know you work in
cut the
produce
top
in the
off.
store. You're a
You want it to
manager.
be bushy, and have loads of
Oh,
flowers.
right.
You
Yeah.
don't want it going straight up, so you have to
Okay.
top it, which means cutting off, hacking it, and
Oh, thank you
Does it
very
almost
much for
feel
the
like a
call.
waste
Much
or
appreciated.
something?
but I
Thank you.
did it.
So when will it be ready to be usable?
It should start flowering in 6 weeks.
That's not too bad.
They were planted on the 27th of December, so it takes about 3 months.
Okay. I've never done that before.
And how long
Oh, I'm loving it.
how long does a plant like that give you the buds? I mean,
Well, it'll start flowering hopefully in about. I mean, this is the first time I've done it like properly.
I mean, do you have to kill the plant after you get the flower and bud, or is it
after I've got all the bud off and it's stopped producing the bud? I'm hacking the plant down. Then I'm gonna make weed butter with the plant and some of the flower.
Wow.
I like making edible, so I'm not throwing it all away.
All right. Chris
Yes,
Bliss is
that's a good
coming up
idea.
on screen now. Hold on a minute, please. Hello, Chris. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello, Tiger. Andrew.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris.
Sorry you were getting called decant earlier on, but
I already
No,
explained
it's
what
not
the
an
decant
autoflower.
is. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And technically, you would be in the first decant of Virgo, Andrew.
Oh, it's the decant.
They're 10 days each.
I think we're all decants at times, let's be honest.
I'm the biggest decant ever. Oh, I love you, Chris.
I never heard of that before.
Nor have
no,
I. I think she's
I'm
I didn't hear about it
I'm
until
just-
just a few months
so.
ago. Yeah,
I'm an
I was like,
Aquarius, right? Just been Aquarius, all right? You can just call me that.
oh, that's fine. Most people know you as an Aquarius. And you got the artistic nature Aquarius, too. So,
very artistic, very flamboyant.
which is a good thing, because you're a creative person. I'm not as creative as you.
Interesting. He's an interesting person to watch, to look at.
Mhm.
Your home's interesting. Everything's interesting. I would like Michele to interview you properly. Like, would you do it? Or don't you want your details out?
No, I mean, I can always just not answer.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, we'll have to set it up, Michele. And
No
do it
comment.
properly, so you've got proper questions.
Well, he's
I know,
here
I
right
would like to
now.
I would like to have Michele on my show at some point to be
Hell yes.
interviewed.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a segment of my show where I'm gonna have
be on your show.
a
You
guest,
just have to tell me
a
what
guest every week.
day.
A guest every week he's going to have, Michele.
Yeah, I know. He just has to tell me the day. Since he likes to use StreamYard, he's just gonna tell me what the StreamYard link is.
Oh.
It'll probably be like in a few weeks that I'll ask you to be on. But I have somebody who's gonna come on for like 10 minutes and do interviews every show.
Wow.
Okay.
And so it'll give me a break where I can walk away for 10 minutes and there'll be an interview.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
She's really good at it. It's offbeat questions, not like.
And don't
like
forget, on the
questions that are
February
like
16th, you're going to be on Silvermoon again, too.
What was that, Michele?
February 16th, you're going to be on Silvermoon again.
Yeah, yeah.
This should be interesting. Now,
so you got my message about the possible cause of what happened the other night.
I heard the answer, but I think maybe it could be just something with StreamYard, though. StreamYard could just be having a bad session, because I've had similar things happen with StreamYards too when I tried it.
Yeah, no, I've always used StreamYards. I mean, if you watch the video, everything goes fine, but when it happens, you'll notice my foot reaches for something. I was pressing the button for the smoke machine right when I pressed it.
Yeah, you said that.
The video dropped, but
it really
afterwards
was the video drop because the video was still playing the whole time. It's the sound that sounded like an alarm.
No, the video dropped out. It went black for like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay, yeah, that could do it. Yeah,
and then it came back, and I think it was just the power draw from that, because the lights dim when that thing comes on.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, it would.
So I think it affected the both the obviously the
well, you should still audio cap that link, because that sound effect could be useful for your board for something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
as a
it would
sample.
be easy to recreate. It was just looping the guitar, I think.
It's still
a little,
it sounds like it'd be an
extra
use for a sound effect. You know.
Well, when you said it sounded like an alarm, I thought it was like an actual alarm
for bill collectors, right? Oh, where? Oh, it's American Express calling again.
The funny thing is, I had no idea.
Where? Oh, it's the electric company calling again.
It only affected the output to the computer, not what I was hearing. So it's not.
Right,
it took me a while.
You didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice the effect. It was like, you were still jamming along. Like, we would love to hear the rest of the music we were playing, but we kept hearing 5 minutes of siren.
So Michele, are you guys gonna be like having like segments?
You didn't even see our comments, I don't think.
Are you gonna have like say 10-minute segments where you're gonna talk during Silvermoon Radio? You know, like instead of just like music.
What Andrew's asking, Michele?
She never understands my voice.
You know,
she never understands my voice after all these years.
Andrew is asking if from now on, like, you're going to do some talking in the Silvermoon show instead of just playing music non-stop.
No, we don't have a problem doing that. In fact, we did do some talking on the show. Last Silvermoon show, we noticed that the one turntable, the turntable cartridge developed a muteness in one of the audio channels on the left channel. It seemed to have gone partially mute, and on the ceramic cartridge, so we might have to replace the cartridge. But Lumi said just leave it alone, because you try to take that thing apart to replace the cartridge. There's likeliness you're going to break the other channel, and then you're going to be stuck with no working turntable at all. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I enjoyed the show last night. Well, I couldn't listen to that. I ended up falling asleep. I was exhausted, but I listened to
Yeah,
like
I
around when
remember.
you were doing
I,
the
I remember
comments
asking you, and you
music.
said you were having a pizza or something, and you didn't say anything else after that. Like he must
Yeah, it
be.
only took me a few minutes. I was out.
Blake is HFP, by the way. If anyone's going to come up, it's HFP. So anyway, do you ever watch me driving my truck at all, Chris? You just send me the screen for a
He'll be
second.
back with you.
Let's just come back over here.
Chris, do you like Michelle's truck driving? She said.
I like it better than the other game that she plays.
Yeah, me too.
Well, that game's making a comeback, I think, on
Yeah.
Friday.
But it's usually when she's playing it. Usually, I'm like getting ready for work or something because I work nights, so I haven't had a
okay.
chance really to be in there watching.
Yeah, so you watch the
It's all one
reruns
of the
later on
highlights. So
now.
if you're going off the road,
You and Andrew both work nights.
Mhm.
Do you prefer nights, Andrew, or do you prefer days?
They are starting to give me more days these days, but I don't know. You get conditioned after a while. It's something I think you can either do or you can't. There's like really no
Yeah, I
in
think I
between.
prefer night shift because wouldn't there be less people in your case, Andrew, at a hotel?
At a weekend, no. It's crazy at a weekend.
Oh yeah, weekends you got all the drunks and.
Yeah, but during the week it's like it's people that are there you see every single week. It's the same people. They're just up there for a week's work. They're Hull or Liverpool.
People get in a hotel for like ever just to go to work. They live in them.
The companies pay it for them. It's
Oh,
just like on contracts and stuff. So it's like already prepaid and stuff. So, but people that are just wanting to like say book a weekend, that's different, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only until Saturday morning, and then that'll be me.
So, I mean,
Out comes the vodka.
so Chris, what do you? I guess if you don't mind me asking this question, is what you can be general if you want. What do you do for work?
If you want to answer,
Yeah.
or
nah, I can tell you offline.
you don't have to.
All right, that's fine.
But I work from 10 o'clock at night until 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Right.
So this is like my evening.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
So
it's
you
totally
do that all the time. You never get a shift change or anything like that. It's always not.
No, that's what I work.
So you don't have
every
swing
night.
shifts.
Chris, do you ever find that the first night back's the hardest? Like if you've had some days off.
Do I find what?
The first night back is always the hardest.
Yeah, it takes a couple days, but I mean it don't take long because your body just naturally goes back.
What you've been doing, yeah. Same with me.
I don't think I could sleep in the daytime like that. Not as good as at nighttime.
Well, I'm well medicated.
True.
You just have to be like steady. Like if you go to sleep at the same time every day, like if you try to do it, like sleep when you're tired, it won't work out. It has to be like find like a time that works. And once you start going, even if it's during the day, you just start going to bed at like that. After a while, your body just adjusts and it knows. It's like you have a clock where you get tired. That's why it sucks when I actually have like a couple days off. Then it's like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be fine. But then when it comes around like 12, when I normally go to sleep, my body knows.
Yeah,
and I get tired, even though it's like I slept.
Michele, what are you doing? Michele, what are you doing with your eye?
What's that?
What were you doing with your
I wanted
eye
to see
then?
if I was having a problem with my right eye or my left eye. It seemed like my left eye is getting a little bit of a haze to it too, which worries me a little bit.
Really?
I just
Are you wearing your, Sorry, Tiger.
Well, blue light from the LED bulbs could be causing me problems with my left eye too.
Michele, you wearing your glasses?
Well, that doesn't get rid of the blue light in my studio, unfortunately.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
That's what I was asking ChatGPT about earlier. Is how can we lessen the excessive blue light of my studio lamps? I'm using daylight bulbs, but I worry about one day that I'm gonna have a problem with my left eye as I do with my right eye.
Yeah, should maybe go and see an eye doctor or something.
I already have a cataract in my right eye, Red. I'm worried about getting a cataract in my left eye. That would be very disappointing. Yeah, it would be. I hope you don't get a cataract in your left eye either. That's what Michele was talking about.
We just had a snow squall here, Michele.
Yeah, we did too this morning. Before we went live, we had good blast of snow here, but then it stopped, as you can see.
It's finally stopped here, thank God. I'm sick of the sight of stuff. Really tired of it.
Yeah, if I want to know what like the weather's gonna be in a couple hours, I just watch like you on Noodles, and it's like if it's raining there, then it's like, well, in about an hour and a half, it's gonna be raining here too.
That's a pretty good way of doing it.
Speaking of Noodles, it hasn't been on my show in the last few days.
Well, I think he was banned, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he was de-wrenched anyway.
Hello?
That's probably why he's not here.
Well, sorry.
I mean, on Discord, he was de-wrenched too.
And it's like, I do apologize for that.
It really was only because of his lack of discernment of letting her do what she was doing. That was
why. My God!
Michele, I honestly don't think he knew that last time.
I just phoned the police by accident. I know it sounds ridiculous, but
oh my God, Andrew!
Do you know my phone when my phone's locked, it's got this button that you can press in case you can't unlock it.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking, who the hell's this?
So now is the officer going to come to your house and
Andrew, yeah.
Michele's online. Somebody help!
I had my old Nokia phone do that to me a couple times by mistake. Somehow I landed my finger on top of the 9 key, and the next thing you know, it calls emergency services, and I have to explain to the cop what happened.
I've done it a few times, to be fair, but usually I'm drunk. Not sober.
Oh, I suppose if you're drunk, you could always say to the officer, "Hey, could you please get me home?"
Yeah, flagging down a police car thinking it's a taxi. I've done that one too. It's like, oh, right, I didn't realise. Sorry. Come with us, son. We'll take you home, all right, but it won't be for a few hours. Oh, God, that was a bit strange. I think I'll put my phone over here.
If she's got access to his phone, how do we know she's not deleting his other messages or anything? Because Noodles had the power to delete comments and things like that. So if she had gotten this phone, she could have gone through my message base and started deleting all new messages, and no one would know anything.
Who are you talking about? Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
He's not unmodded on YouTube, is he, Michele? Did you kick him off YouTube or just Discord?
I didn't kick him off either one. I just took away the wrenches.
Right, so he's no wrench in your chat now.
Right, so he's not a mod in my chat anymore.
Good grief, Michele. He can't be around without a wrench. Too many people dislike him.
No,
I'm sure he might get one of my mini mods that don't
Excuse me.
like what he's doing could basically throw him out in the yesterday's garbage. It's true, but after what she did, I think that he needs to do a bit of control of watching out where his phone is.
I think this sounds terrible. I was going to say she needs control, but in a way,
That's true.
probably
That's true,
does.
Michele. But look, I'm gonna.
Where's this, Chris? I don't see
He's
a
done
lot.
a lot for you, Michele. He has done a lot for you, and you mustn't forget that.
Well, I
Well,
know
Don't
he's
forget
done a
all
lot
these
for me.
tricks.
It's not him. It's her. It's
I get that, but you should not have demodded him, in my opinion, on YouTube. He wasn't there when she was yelling in the phone.
I don't see a lot of snow in your backyard there, Chris.
All right, whatever.
Not all melted.
I know, Tiger.
You've got a nice backyard, though. We can
Yeah,
all bring our
you-
tents and.
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Looks
I bet
like-
you that's quite nice in the summer.
It looks like a pretty good sized backyard. You got a little barbecue
Yeah, we
pit
could put
there.
you in there, Michele.
Yeah, I grow a lot of flowers in the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very nice.
So, Chris, are you going to have a party at your house at one point?
No, I haven't had a party since I moved in.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a party for this one, Chris. This is a big one.
I have a little fire pit that I built.
There's a barbecue pit.
Fire pit, Michele. I guess barbecue. Very
Neat
nice.
that they chose that shape though, that half rounded shape for a barbecue pit.
Yeah.
Michele.
These bricks were here, but they just had them like in a big circle over there, and I don't know. I just figured out that it would I figured out this shape and it worked. It's just like I used every brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's keeping the wind off the fire. It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, and then it keeps it like a spot open so you can sit and see the fire.
Michele, Noodles is in chat. Can you please give him his wrench back? It's up to you, but.
I like the little air vent I put down here.
Oh, yeah.
There's your.
So,
You can see that's
what
where the
is
air can come in on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right,
Now,
okay.
look
I
out.
was going to ask what that was for.
Noodles is in chat, Michele.
Okay.
Without a wrench. Naked.
Say what?
He said
I
he will
see
never
it.
come back.
I will never
Oh.
come back. No, Noodles. I suppose that you and her are never gonna come back because you're too fixated with her.
Now, we're going to be honest here. Michele is a little wee bit jealous of her. But that doesn't help when she mouths off to Michele and calls her bad name.
No.
Everybody thought that was disgusting when they heard
They
Bob's
did, Michele,
recap.
but why have you de-wrenched Noodles? He wasn't even there. Now he's going to get
Yeah, but
timed
the
out
problem
and everything.
is,
Look,
is
Michele.
that the problem is that if she's got his phone, if she gets his phone and then she goes on as him, how do you know he's or she's not going to start deleting our messages of our people? That's what Gizzy was particularly talking about. Well, she was disgusted what he was doing, or what she was doing with his phone and his account on Discord. How do you know?
Well, she took his phone, Michele. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. And now he's being timed out. Look, Michele, he's got no safety wrench.
I don't know. I
That's
think
okay.
It's okay. Michele!
I'm sure if he actually wants to discuss it with me, he could always reach out to me and talk to me about it, and maybe give me a plan of what he's going to do to prevent that from happening again would be nice.
Michele.
that's something that definitely needs to be fixed. I think Michele was definitely very hurt over what happened. I mean, I get that.
Yeah. And I'm surprised that he didn't apologize to her. That's all he needed to do, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Like if
technically,
that was
it's not his.
anybody else,
Well,
Noodles, let's be
technically,
honest.
it's not his
If it
fault.
was anyone else, you would apologise. If she'd have done that to, I'm just going to pick someone, Mojo or anybody out of the wire, you would have apologised. You never apologised to Michele.
Well, he should not have to need to apologize for her actions. It's.
Well, he's responsible for her a little
No,
bit.
right. It was his phone. But again, that also means a very valid question is how can we be sure that it's not going to happen again? Because if she's getting access to his phone, she could be doing the same thing. She could be coming on here quietly removing
She
people.
does not have access to his phone. He went into the store or the garage.
Then
and
she got access to his phone when he was in the store. That's
right,
what it
he
means.
left it there. Oh, I would imagine he knows not to leave his phone anywhere near her now.
Note to
Now
self:
he
carry your
does.
phone with you at all times.
Yeah, we demand an apology video. Yes, Galaxy.
We don't need an apology video. I just want to know what's he going to do to prevent this from happening in the future.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Note to self: carry your phone with you at all times, and don't phone the police by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with these things, you know.
So,
You
Chris,
shouldn't have to
all right,
be,
here's
but
a question that should be easy enough for Chris to answer. How long have you been performing music?
God.
he's away to bed.
That's a good question. How long has he been performing as a musician? Yeah.
Out in the wire, he says, if Michele took my rent, I'd probably abuse drugs and alcohol and die.
Something with you.
I should laugh at that out in the wire, but you know what I mean. I find that sort of thing funny.
There's a few people that don't like Noodles, so he's gonna find out, banned if he doesn't have a wrench. His is more of a safety
Stand
wrench.
on business.
He's completely ignoring me. He's really hurt her.
So,
Yeah,
Chris, how long
yeah.
have you been performing music?
Since 97.
Okay.
So
So
28 years, almost 30 years.
it's a long time.
You're the same age as me.
I've been listening to music since I was very young. I don't know how to play a musical instrument. The only thing I can do is sing. And keep some beat like with the equivalent of the bongos, which would be my desk.
I have a cool instrument to show you. You ever heard of a stylophone?
I think
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I don't know
Oh
what it is.
yeah, I remember those.
The xylophone?
This is what David Bowie used this when he recorded Space Oddity.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
I remember those. Didn't you have a stick that went with it?
Well, yeah, the stick is right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to play the violin or the viola.
That's pretty cool. You having all those sort of instruments and stuff. Chris, you must have
batteries.
Chris, you must have some collection going on there.
He does. Have you seen inside his house? He's got loads of
I've
lovely
seen
He
parts of
seems
it,
to have
yeah.
a pretty
and
good
it's
size,
really
along with
impressive.
David S. Vingman and Ancient have a pretty good musical collection too. I want to learn how to play the violin or the viola because I think they're pretty cool and they're pretty small and they're
I
unique
understand
enough
that.
that most people probably would be more familiar with the guitar. But if you see someone pull out a bow with Ross singing up and start blasting out a whole bunch of notes at it, you'd probably find it unique.
Michele, you'd like this. This is an analog ribbon synthesizer.
Okay.
It's tiny.
Oh.
Teeny.
Yeah, little black keys. Couldn't hear anything there, but
Can't hear it?
nope.
No.
Yeah, I can hear a little bit.
You probably got
something.
your noise canceling on again.
Yeah.
It's not very loud, but it has an output where I can plug it in to a speaker. So
Okay. Kind of reminds me of
David.
like the little one they used to make for the in the 1970s, the Bee Gees one, little Bee Gees keyboard, little electronic synthesizer.
Good morning, David.
Excuse me.
It's
Dawn.
don't worry. It's if you're using your phone,
Hi,
right?
Dawn.
You probably get noise
Hi,
canceling on.
Parasolo. Sure, I saw you already, Parasolo.
Yeah,
This is my micro cog.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Can you see it? I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
switch
yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Michele, you should show the panel. Chris is showing his
Yeah,
instrument.
Galaxy Eyes can come up in the panel if she wants.
There it is.
Hi Don, how you doing? David S. Parasolo. No, it's not Parasolo there.
Oh,
These are all
How
my.
about Don?
my
You come up on the
colors.
panel too. It's you have the link. I sent it to you.
now
It's the
you're
same link. It's
talking.
HFP. It hasn't changed any.
Michele, show the panel. Show the panel, Michele.
No, show the panel on the screen. Okay, sure thing. All right, hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Oh, it's not set up yet. Oh, don't press it yet. Now you can. Okay, let's fix this so they can see the panel. All right.
Oh, it's Trump.
Is that Donald
All
Trump?
right, hold on
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute.
This is a president predictor. I don't think it. I think this needs batteries, but
What
it's
is
kind
it?
of like a magic 8 ball where
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, let me get
You
this
just
on the panel so you can
Get
see
all
it.
this shit from.
jiggle it around and see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go to HFP.
I used to have all these sort of gadgets and stuff, but for some reason I just don't have them anymore. Don't know why. But the teeth would probably freak me out maybe if I was like.
Okay, so he wants to come up on panel now. Hold on a minute. Let me get them on here.
I hope it's noodles.
No, it's Red. Red, go ahead. How you doing? Go ahead, Red. I see you now.
How you doing, Red?
Red.
Alrighty. Oh shit! What's that? A skull?
Yeah.
Like
Like a devil.
kind of a weird staff. Here's my
Oh, is
penguin
that a
mask.
voodoo staff? Is that the nigga be good stick right there?
Yeah,
Like
there it is.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, because it got the horns and everything.
the dark
It's all
side.
stuff
That's
I've
some
used in my shows.
Voodoo stuff right there. That's crazy. Oh,
I got this. At one time, I had a troll when I first started called the Green Duck. So I started the Green Pig in my shows.
kind of sounds like a pig too.
This is a what do you call those? Well, you know what, like what a theremin is.
Yeah, Clara was
That
mentioning it.
the
I've
Beach
never heard of it
Boys
before.
use one. This is in a light triggered theremin. So rather than being like the putting your hands on it, you flash a light,
Mhm.
and the electronics react to light. I'll show you the inside. If I can get this off. Hold on.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, Mr. Einstein.
I haven't really had a chance to play with this yet, but
You look like the type of guy that would do a sonoluminescence experiment.
yeah, it's got like a little light sensor, I think, up here. There's really not that much to it. Runs on a 9-volt battery. This is for the audio, and it just makes sort of like that same kind of theremin sound, but you really have no control over it like you do with the theremin. It's more just for like the for the show.
Yeah. So Don,
But
why
I've
don't
seen
you come
people
on up on
actually
panel
play
today
a
if you
theremin.
want?
Like, what's that?
I never.
I said that Dawn wants you to come up on panel today if she wants.
That looks old.
So how you doing with the electronic organs there?
2 seconds.
Yeah, this
Fred,
one's not. This is the one I got. Like,
Look out. 2 seconds, dude.
It has a nice wah to it.
Yeah.
I got it a couple weeks ago.
I noticed that on your phone, the Google Meets for some reason is set to ignore all noises that are not speech. Which I think makes kind of some sense for a phone call. So that I mean, on the desktop, make sure when you, like we did last time on the panel, make sure you turn off the noise canceling, because otherwise, no one's gonna hear you playing the music again. And it ain't gonna be the mixer this time. It's gonna be the fact that
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
it's under the settings, like in the 3 dots on the phone. In the audio, you should see where it says noise canceling or
Noise cancellation.
yeah, you want to turn that off.
War. Gotta turn
All
that
right, I shut it
war.
off.
Now if you play a note, it should go through now. There you go. There you go. Perfect. High speed samba beat, huh?
It's got the bass down here. Those are the pedals, but it doesn't really make like a traditional organ sound. It's got like banjo, accordion, mandolin.
Oh,
Oh, the mandolin.
That's the one. Some of them don't really work.
probably has a pipe organ sound. You just probably have to figure out which.
Yeah, Michele, you like organ?
It's the rhythm. It's got like Latin, rock.
You got a shit setting. Crazy.
Country.
How old is the setup though?
That's a
I don't
rhythm
know.
section, yeah.
But it's a Lowry Genie 44.
Let me look that up here.
Yeah, Lowry makes some pretty good instruments.
I think this was more like a beginner's kind of organ.
If it works for you, it works for you. You know?
Oh, found it. Yeah.
And of course, you can slow down the tempo too. So, like, if you wanted to play the samba beat, like a really slow beat, like a slow samba, you know,
Oh yeah. That's over here. The
those sliders, yeah.
like I'll turn it all the way down.
That's pretty slow. What is that, like 30 beats per minute, something like that? Yeah, that's a good speed. I mean, that would give me a heart attack trying to go that fast. You try to go that fast, you'll fall over.
It says here it's a 70s model.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
early
It
70s.
was made when we were born.
Yeah.
That's as old
Yeah,
as
I mean, unless it's giving me the wrong information, but that's what AI overview is telling me.
Well, it's still cool though.
Yeah, production period primarily mid to late 70s, not early 70s.
Chris, how far are you from Michele?
Is that monitor a Dell monitor? Because I got one just like that one with the round switch on the front.
Want this? Yeah.
Oh, it's an AOC. Okay, AOC.
AOC. Yeah.
Of course, maybe the Dell monitor is made by another company.
I'm probably like about 2.5 hours away from Michele.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is a
Yeah.
Is that an old radio there from the 90s?
Oh yeah.
Now, is that a G104 lollipop microphone?
Or wait, no, that's late 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say mid to late 80s. It was
Yeah, it's a basic little all-in-one stereo. Yeah.
MCS. Yeah, this is a CD, old CD. This was my grandfather's. Like the switch on the
Right,
side
it's a
here.
G104
Oh,
lollipop
that's lovely.
microphone.
That's really nice.
Made by Static, yeah. Those are also used for public address announcements too.
No, my grandfather did a lot of CB radio, but he had like a home unit.
Yeah, a base station. I used to have one too. Yeah.
It was like something Michele should have on her, sitting in front of her. It just fits with her headphones, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. This isn't. I don't know where the actual whistle is, but it's a whistle. The Acme siren. This is what the British cops use. The street. I forgot where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. It's on my harmonica strap because there's a song I do. One of Bob Dylan and used it in his song. What is it? The Highway 50 some. I call it Highway 69. Revisited. Sounds like this.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll make some more stars, Dawn. There you go. We'll make some more stars.
Very common sound effect back in the old days, back in cartoons and things.
Don't know Ryan S. Don't know that person. Don't know that person. Don't know that person. And I don't know that person.
Thank
So
you very much for renewal. Appreciate that.
Congratulations, you nobodies.
I didn't know any of the people.
Ryan S. Welcome to
Who
all
are
the
they?
people,
Who are these
guys. Much
people?
appreciated.
Electric Blue. Come on.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, I noticed YouTube is doing a new thing. Instead of re-gifting out memberships to the same loyal people, it's now doing it to new people now.
Right, and I don't
remember
know those.
Remember when it used to do the other side where it just did it to the same people over and over again? Yeah, that's been changed.
Oh.
So here's the mixer that I've been trying to hook up.
Sorry, Chris.
I kind of figured that was a glitch because it's supposed to be done randomly, and that wasn't necessarily random, was it?
See, his mixer's a little more sophisticated than mine is. You got more buttons on yours than mine does.
Michele.
What, Andrew?
I'm going to jump off. I'm going to have to get a few things ready for tonight, but I'll
right,
be lurking about a bit. Okay.
All right, Angel. I'll talk to you soon then.
Good to see you. Michele, thanks for having me up. Will do. I'll be lurking about. Okay.
Watch out for the Polish.
See you later. All right, dude. See you.
Well, that's a pretty sophisticated looking mixer. I mean, mine's pretty simple compared to yours. I don't have a mute
this
channel
thing
on
has
mine.
like 12 inputs.
Jeez.
I got 12 inputs in mine too, but mine's a much simpler model.
Yeah, they get an email, Noah. You get an
what
email.
I love about this one, it has 5 headphone outs, and you can control the mix on each of them. So if you have a full band plan, somebody wants more, guitar, or someone wants more vocals, you can actually mix.
Oh, so it's an actual band mixer. Yeah.
For each headphone, you can have a separate mix.
Right.
Yeah, it's a total band setup.
It's got a like
mine has yours has special effects on it too, like echo, reverb, like mine does.
This is what they were using back then on the 70s and 80s stages, Michele, when they were doing all the fucking tours and shit. This is what they had up there.
Well, maybe in the 70s or 80s, but in the 70s, everything was a little more simple. Usually
There's a
using effects
built-in
panels and
recorder.
things like that.
I can record right onto it and then plug it into the computer, and it'll separate the tracks on the computer.
Right, that's called digital audio record workstation setup. Duh.
What the fuck is that?
This is the effects panel for for reverb and delay,
Yeah, mine has 100 of them, which I don't even use all
equalizer,
of them.
and all that. But it only has like these three knobs for the equalizer, and then you have to select which input you're gonna adjust the equalization on. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have like the separate equalizer knobs for each channel. You select the channel, and then you mess over here with the same knobs.
Just like I can do in mine if I want to. It's just one of my effects. So I got echo and things. Let me just change this here. Just randomly pick one. I don't know if that sounds any different. Let's try another one. Yeah. Yeah. You can change the echo and stuff in the room. So usually I like to leave it like a 5. Put back on 5 here. So I can do the same thing on mine too. That was 91. Let's go back to 5, which is the effect I usually use because it's not too bad. So yeah, I got effects on mine too. So, but I was mixing a couple effects together. I liked your little mannequin there. Yeah, that one. What's the story with the mannequin?
It was part of like an installation that I did. I have a I'll show you it real quick. I built this chair, and I created a costume that goes with the chair for an album cover, and I wanted to display it in my my gallery that I used to have, and so I got a mannequin to wear the costume that I wore. But this is the chair that I made.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got a red light up here.
That's
But it was for
amazing.
an album cover. I did a photo shoot in costume, sitting in this chair, and then to show it off afterwards, I got the mannequin and put the mannequin in the chair. But now
David
it's become part of
was
my.
wondering what's the model of that mixer you have because she wanted to know.
Oh, it's a Zoom L12.
A Zoom L12. I never heard of it, but
Live track.
Live track by Zoom.
This is the amp I was saying I have that has an accordion input. You see up here?
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if you can see where it says.
Is that solid state or vacuum
light.
tube? That guitar amp.
This is a tube amp. It's called a reverber rocket.
Kind of cool.
I'm trying to do it so because it's got like a glare. But anyway, this, where am I? This output here is, input is for a guitar. Oh, you can see it there, guitar.
Right, it says guitar, yep.
And then over here, actually says accordion.
Yep.
But this was my grandfather's. He was an accordion player. And what's nice about this, it's got the spring reverb.
Right, the actual spring reverb.
Yeah, like a Fender amp. It sounds a lot like the Fender reverb amps. This is like the same type of amp that the CCR played.
That one looks like a solid state one, though. The one that's the acoustic 150.
Oh, yeah, I think this one is. But this is what Creedence Clearwater Revival played through acoustic.
Yeah.
And it's a big cabinet.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not as big as some of those big Marshall ones, but it's pretty good size for your space.
Is my orange amp.
Where do you get some of the stuff? That you just go find them at Goodwill and Salvation Army and tag sales? Or do you or do a lot of the stuff just gifted to you?
Yeah, a lot of the stuff was because I had an uncle that was in a band, so like that acoustic was his. So I inherited that. Amp. This was his guitar, the Electra, that I use this on all my Saturday shows.
Yeah.
You know, you ever hear Elvin Bishop from the 70s? He had the same guitar. The inlay is beautiful.
Looking.
It's an Electra.
Electro, it has an acoustic type neck on it, but it's an electric guitar.
And then my other uncle gave me the organ the other day.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. How you doing, JC? Don says, looks like a Fender amp. Yeah, well, it does. Fender's technology, like the Fender Champ circuit, you can actually build your
Morning,
own
Jesus.
amp if you want to.
Jesus is here, Michele. You see Jesus in the
I
chat?
said, hi, JC. I told him that.
Oh, you're calling him JC?
I call him
Oh,
JC because otherwise people might think I'm cussing.
Oh.
I
Is
can
Jesus
get a
a
mixer
customer?
like that for about $500. Yeah, that's about price because it's a digital mixer. It's mine's a lot cheaper than that. I think mine was like $170, maybe a little bit less than that.
I got my disco ball going.
I see that.
Oh, I love it.
Those are cool.
Party in that house, definitely, Michele.
That Wi-Fi house could be a party house, but there's he has a lot of stuff in there that
Yeah, I wouldn't want idiots around. How far are you from Michele, Chris?
About like over 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting if I was to sit down at the organ. What kind of things
Cross
we can
Chris
create?
off my list. I've been looking at bed and breakfasts, Michele, and Airbnbs and everything round there isn't nothing. There's nothing in Winstead.
No, there isn't. Now, are you controlling your lights with DMX, or are you controlling those just by this timer, or are you using DMX to control the lights?
Oh no! Right now it's on. It's just like a chase. I can set like the speed,
right?
Or I can change it so that it works off of like audio.
Okay.
Here's the controls.
Right, that's a DMX controller
it's
kind
set,
of thing.
It's set to chase right now, and I think this knob adjusts the speed, which it blinks, or you can press this button so that it just works on sound. So
what you guys set for, like a 3-pin XLR DMX cable or 5-pin?
What, the lights?
Yeah.
No, the lights are just like a 2-pronged outlet on the back.
Oh, okay.
There's like
standard.
There's like 4 outlets and a separate wire that runs to each lamp.
Right. So it's not quite DMX, but because DMX can be DC chain, which makes cabling easier.
Dawn, yes. Chris has been to Michele's place. Went there over Christmas.
Yes, he's been in my house. Yep, for Thanksgiving. Yep.
That was it. Thanks.
And we're still going to do the montage for eating our way through Brazil, which should be interesting.
Another penguin.
Oh,
Cute. What is that? This little
penguin.
duck?
Little penguin puppet. Penguins are sort of a part of my show.
Yeah.
I have a lot of penguin jokes I tell.
Oh, penguin jokes. Okay, yeah.
And I one of my I call it a season finale. I had these alien eggs hanging up here, and we were waiting for them to hatch. But in the finale, I left for a little while to go see what the sound was on the roof, and then a big bright light came through this window, and I came in, and an alien penguin came in through the window and stole the eggs. You see him?
An alien penguin.
Cool.
There he is. But
You know who reminds
back-
me of a
Empire
penguin? Comedy Crew does. He reminds me of a penguin. He sits in one spot and only waddles to his fucking neighbors.
How did
With
you
his little
how
tackle
did you
sticking out
decide
of
on
it.
your logo
Oh.
that you use in your thumbnail? How did you come up with the logo idea? It looks like a clam with teeth.
Oh, the logo, the
Yeah.
face. Well, I was really inspired. I got into this band in high school called Ween. Do you know Ween?
No, I
I
don't.
might have an album around. I'll show you what their logo is. It's similar. It was
I'm
like a
sorry. What? Did you say ween or we? What's going on?
Ween, WEEN.
Okay, ween. I think I have heard of that.
Oh, where is it? I have there. Oh, I know where it is. I'll show you what their logo looked like. I had it painted on my wall, like high school through college, and then I started making music. But I really loved like how the design was so simple. Okay, so here is
Oh, okay.
what their face looks like.
Okay. Definitely
And I
very
put
different than
this
yours.
album is called God Ween Satan, and I painted it on my wall at home exactly like that with the God Ween, and this was like.
But you added,
then
like every time I look at yours, it kind of reminds me like a clam with a little bit of a smirk.
Well, I'll show you where the other part of the inspiration came from. I think it was 1964 World's Fair. There was an attraction called the Triumph of Man. It was put on by the Travelers Insurance Company. Travelers Insurance used a red umbrella.
Oh, okay. I sort of see now where that inspired your logo a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
White and red.
for a little while I had a studio, and it was part of my art studio, and the front was a gallery, and I sort of copied this shape. It was called the Tomorrow Gallery.
Oh.
And this was like what became the logo. I think I have a sign over here. No, I don't have it.
Gallery,
but anyway, I combined that with my face. Not my face, but my logo with the horns and the. It also like. I kind of copied the shape of the Pepsi logo.
Right.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, it's got with the mouth. It's got.
Well, your
like
logo certainly definitely is. You can see some of the Tomorrow's Man studio, whatever. It looks kind of like yours, but you can also use a little bit of fair use on that and to make it your own style.
That's like the Coca-Cola version of Pepsi right there. That's copyright infringement, buddy.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
fair
I
use.
think if it's copyright infringement, what about Pokemon? Isn't
Pokemon? Yeah,
actually goes under fair use, actually, because he's not trying to impersonate them at all. It doesn't even look like that.
I'm only joking, Michele. I know.
Chris, Mojo thinks you sound Scottish.
Who? I sound Scottish?
Yeah, you do have a bit of a twang. Your accent is. Is that Canadian mixed with American?
You got a
No,
twang.
I've been here my whole life in like the Rhode Island area.
Sure, there ain't no French Canadian there.
Yeah.
I'll pull out like an
No
old
books. That's
sketchbook
where we
because
keep
I
some of
probably have one of the
your
original
ideas.
drawings.
Got that twang. Got that twang, Tiger Kitty. A twangy twang.
You know, some flyers. But... Oh, look, this is me. We're pretty young.
No.
Oh, did I just swallow fucking weed? What? Oh yeah. Oh, the big mug. Oh Jesus. I could feel it back in my throat.
Oh god, it didn't go up your pipe, did it?
Oh, I think it did. Yeah. I can feel it sitting there.
A hole in the screen.
I think I broke it up too much.
I did this on acid.
Oh, really?
Wow. That looks like a nipple. It does. There's little ticks everywhere.
It's tits and balls.
Yeah, it really does.
Tits and balls.
Oh god, hairy balls. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
This is like shit that we like drew in grade school, man. There's nothing but you'd see kids like literally like every male you'd see there'd be somebody would 5 kids out of 10 kids would have like balls drawn on their fucking goddamn notebook. Or a penis, you know, and it's like what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
It's like every kid in school's drawing penises. I'm not making it up either. I'm dead serious. That's what it was like growing up. It's like, why is everybody drawing penises as soon as they turned age 12? What's going on here?
I didn't.
There's one of the original.
Oh yeah.
I think it's when I think it's because sex ed, you know, hit at age 12, then you get taught, then everybody starts drawing penises because now they think everything's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. This is the this is actually the layout for the cassette that I put out. I called it Star Records, but that's how it originally looked. It was more of a circle than an oval.
Right.
Oh.
So you just kind of made it a little more like a oval instead of a circle.
Do you have a logo, Michele? What's your logo?
It's evolved.
I'm so used to the current logo as it is now.
And I think you have one. You don't have one, Michele. You need to get one.
What, a logo? Oh.
Yeah. You're a very good drawer.
That first one with the ghost reminded me of Carmen Miranda beating the shit out of somebody.
It looks like a squid.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Skeletor.
Crimson Ghost.
Oh, Crimson Ghost. Oh.
It's the devil.
That's the olden times devil right there. The old depictions, back on the you know, yeah.
Yeah, I like that style. It kind of almost reminds me of like something you'd see like in a carnival, right?
Yeah,
like on the side of like a funhouse type,
or like vintage Halloween, you know.
Yeah, like 1940s. Alien face.
Yeah, but it's unfatal too. Yeah.
Yeah, he uses the name Kyle. It's red.
Green.
Oh my goodness.
What is that supposed to be?
Grief.
Like an idea of an Orion from Star Trek with an interesting twist?
Yeah, that's Carmen Miranda right there.
Really?
Yeah,
Looks like a
she
Forsaken.
passed on, and she's all, you know.
He dug up from the grave.
This dapper guy.
You got unicorn horns coming out of his shoulders. He's got bird legs.
Have you ever tried drawing me yet?
No, not yet. I'm sure I will, though.
Noodles is drawing you, Michele.
What do you think? If you were to draw a caricature of Noodles, what do you think it would look like? Good question. What would it look like?
This guy.
That's interesting.
Were you off your head when you drew this as well?
Was I what?
Off your head. Were you?
No.
That's just your normal brain.
Yeah. No, this is kind of like the stuff I would draw like when I was a kid. I used to like to draw a lot of monster stuff.
I was
Like
going to ask you
weird-looking
like that. How
monsters.
you going to drawing and art? I mean, you obviously said as a kid, so I'm going to assume you were pretty young when you started doing that stuff.
Yeah, I've been drawing since I could hold a pencil, but this is I don't know, maybe like 20 years old. Not even 20, maybe 15 years ago. This was sort of a cartoon I did on the local union. How the union is kind of like got the workers to do what they want, to go on strike for them.
Oh,
This is
wow.
like
That's
the
nice.
Looks like a
Bamboozled.
younger version of George or Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I'm talking about the guy with the hat.
Is it Captain America?
Yep, I recognize that.
This is a character from a comic book called Goon. That's Frankie. I didn't finish it.
I think I've seen that one before. The Art of Bliss. Okay.
Yeah, I think I might have did this for like years ago for like MySpace. So I had a website with all my artwork one time. There's Ace from Kiss.
Yep.
Another
Oh,
weird
there's
monster.
Ed. That looks just like Ed. Look at that, Michele.
Oh my God. My name's Edward Michele.
It kind of looks like it, yeah.
I'm a mafia man. Are you man enough to meet me on Main Street? I bet you ain't.
You know, that is.
I'm not sure who that is.
It's what's his name from was it Popcorn? Orville Redenbacher?
Okay.
The Popcorn
Oh yeah,
guy?
yeah. Scary looking smile though.
Oh, yeah, I admit, it's pretty good. Some of the stuff. I like that one there. That illustration's really nice. Nice pencil work in that one.
Do you have the old KFC Colonel?
Did I draw him? Probably not in this book. I might have drawn him at one point.
Yeah, the new version of the Colonel doesn't count. He sucks.
Yeah, some of them do look like album covers. Some of them look like they would be on an album cover. Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
See, I couldn't keep the lines that good. I'm not good with line work. It'd be everywhere.
Hey, it's all in my eyes.
Those are some oddball like characters, kind of like the old what do they call those? The cartoons where they have like rubber legs and white gloves.
Was that a gangster ladybug?
I don't know. There's another.
The Yakuza bug.
That's the logo. It's close to what it looks like now, kind of. Yeah.
What is this? Oh, this is one of the cave places in New Hampshire. Ruggles Mine.
Ruggles Mine.
Oh, Michele, you know they used to took those Lionel trains up to the mines. I love those Lionel trains.
I don't know about that, but I mean, still, I like
This
what it
is
looks
the
like. I
original
like some of the
design.
artwork.
My
You know, Michele, mine carts are just as good as trains.
I see that. That's the
Interesting there when
That was
using
the
a
sketch
Nobody
for
talks
cello.
about the mine carts much, but you guys need to understand that the mine carts are the reason why trains even existed in the first place.
Right, mine cars were the beginnings of trains because the way mine cart was a train. Because you could have.
And then the Lionel train came along, and then, you know, that's all she wrote. Now they got rid of them, and they got rid of these. They got more of these electric train bullshit, which I don't particularly like.
It's like having Ed back.
Actually, the original carts used to be pulled by men or by horses, actually, or donkeys.
Yeah, Michele, I think we need to go back to the vintage Lionel trains again.
No. He is very talented, I agree. I could never do half that stuff he does.
Probably has like 1,000 pictures he's drawn throughout his lifetime.
It's okay, Michele, because your artwork, your skills are the different subset.
How many pictures do you think you actually drawn throughout your lifetime?
oh yeah, like who knows, like thousands really.
Looks like it.
Oh, yeah, it's out.
Way
Okay,
more
so
than I
I'm
ever
kinda
did.
there. We'll find out.
Yeah. Got temporarily change the pictures. You can't show too much skin. Even if it's artwork. You
Remember
know.
the ads for like X-ray glasses
Yeah.
in the comic books?
Well, Michele, there's your corn bomb for the day.
No, that's artwork.
Yeah, but YouTube doesn't. They don't care.
Aren't
They
there
really
guys
don't
who
care.
like show how to shave their like buttholes on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one time I had like I didn't really date her. It was just kind of like it was a weird thing. This Puerto Rican girl, and she came to my studio and she's like sketching, but there's some of her sketches, and look, there's like a swastika. She hated Mexicans.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Oh, she did these for me.
I don't like them either. They never want to play ball.
Well, she told me if she had a house, she would never let one in her house because they're so dirty.
Yeah, no, yeah, you know, you'll get the whole family in there. Don't ever let one in.
It was just funny coming from like a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Puerto Ricans were definitely a higher class economically as well. On the island, they do better financially than Mexico ever did.
Here's my sculpture of Frankenstein that I did. This was like a life size in clay.
So you did sculpture work too?
Oh. Yeah.
You know, I have a problem with like all that stuff right there. It just looks creepy.
Well, this is the mold building of it. I molded it in plaster. So, well, this isn't like the finished like painting. It's actually,
That looks pretty good.
but this is the finished plaster. Look.
Oh, you colored in the veins? Is that what you did?
Well, that's what I paint the skin in layers. So this was like the beginning of it, where you're doing like the veins, and then you go over it with like a translucent skin color, so the veins are like behind the skin tone. But I don't think I have a finished picture of it in here. These are some of my figure drawing when I took when you major in sculpture. You have to take like 4 years of figure drawing.
Wow.
I gotta be careful because YouTube gets very picky about seeing too much things below the waist.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault.
Oh,
They didn't
that's
tell me you're
amazing.
gonna. It's okay.
This was a children's book that the cover of it. It was called
All right,
Good
I'll
Night,
show
Little
that.
Tommy. That I wrote, and this is like the first page. There's another just random sculpture I did, an alien.
You did not make Jack in the Box breakfast at home. That's like Comedy Flu saying he has the Taco Bell secrets. But man, you're high.
This is the a puppet I made for Little Shop of Horrors.
Talks about.
I still have that in the attic.
Oh yeah, she's for sure high. She got the munchies.
These characters are from a sort of an idea I have for a story.
What was that alien's name? Andrew? Go back. What's that alien's name?
This guy?
Oh no! The one with the antenna. Oh, Andromeda. Oh, I thought it said Andrew.
Oh yeah, Andromeda.
We got a picture of him wearing a dress, so that was kind of a good joke right there.
Yeah, it's fast food. Yeah.
Now that
These
right
are just like the
this
people
looks
from
like
the
Snoop Dogg,
village.
but the crack version. That kind of reminds me of Larry King. Is that his name?
There's the
Who?
logo again. Now I got
Larry
someone
King.
actually inside the logo.
Well, this is my logo as a spaceship.
Yeah, Larry King. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like the mad scientist brother of this guy who's like the main villain, Count Astaroth. And I don't know, it's just like it's similar to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's a similar story in that there's this guy, and then there's
So is
all
that like a mutated vegetable that like gone rogue and like came out of the ground and what he looks like? He looks like a fucking vegetable head.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically, he's just like always like annoyed by like all the people in the village like singing, and so he gets his brother to create a sound vacuum and vacuum up the music. Here he is like in his see, well, where am I? Here's all the music going into the vacuum. And the brother, he doesn't have any legs, so he just attaches his face to the machine, and there's how he walks, and there's all the music inside the bag at the back. But there's this character, Melvin, who's like a stargazer, and in his studies, he finds out about this legendary star child. And well, anyway, he somehow like contacts the star child by sending a beam of light into the sky, and he comes and saves the day. But it's a work in progress. He's a Mad Hatter. Another sculpture. These were designs for us. A friend of mine did a cartoon and had me design one of the characters. His name was Ignota. These are really dark. You don't even see them. There's a sculpture of Snow White.
How do you think AI is going to affect
Snow White? That looked nothing like Michele.
Which one?
Snow White?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I was going to ask you how do you think the new AI age is going to affect the artwork for artists? Do you think artists will basically be embracing more AI or more see it like the ancient millworkers?
Who cares about the fucking art age of AI? Who cares about that, dude? We have bigger problems when it comes to AI.
I'm asking him.
Well, it's already affected the art world because all
like
the
Photoshop
questions. Artists have become obsolete. Like, you don't need them anymore.
Yeah. So now all you have to worry about, Michele, is AI basically tracking everything you do and monitoring every purchase you do, no matter where you are and all that stuff. Like I said, bigger things to worry about now. AI is kind of taking over everything else. And now this NVIDIA lost $500 billion, by the way, because of that new AI that just came out from the Chinese company DeepSeek. So now everybody's rushing over to DeepSeek. By the way, do not install that. Don't even use it. I don't even have to tell you why. The name is self-explanatory. DeepSeek. Don't use it.
No, I still think it's really interesting, though. After all, AI needs artwork to start with, and obviously people like Chris Bliss, as a creator, can use AI to take his own artwork and create his own custom mashups.
DeepSeek sounds like some sort of fucking. Yeah, never mind. Heard that somewhere before.
That's a mermaid.
I'll figure out where I heard it.
That looks a little bit like Miranda's a mermaid. Go back to the mermaid.
I'm trying not to show the.
Yeah, see, she's got kelp on her head instead of fruit, but it looks a little bit like a.
Oh, that's Carmen Medusa right there. Yeah, Carmen Medusa. That's Carmen's real form, Michele.
What's that? It's interesting though. I like
it.
Yeah,
she's a Brazilian Naga. Yep, she's Carmen Medusa. You've been tricked the whole time. You've been talking to a demon.
I don't think Carmen's been around very much recently.
No, she hasn't. She's been working on other things right now. She comes by every so often in the morning drops and sees what's going on. She was here a little bit yesterday on the show. Yeah.
I'd rather have Michele bring George Floyd over.
I don't plan to do George Floyd. He's already incarnating and Earth is another baby. So
how would you know that, Michele, unless you've talked to George Floyd?
Hello, everyone else. How you doing? Well, you certainly got a lot of good skills at artwork. I'm not really into that kind of art level of art. I mean, I'm more into electrical and electronics and stuff. That's kind of my skill set.
Yeah, I think I'm more skilled with the with artwork than I am with music. It's just with music, my strength is my
no, don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You're shortcoming yourself there. I see realistic. You're on par with both. Yeah, you're better at this or better at that. You're at par with.
Yeah, I agree.
It's equal.
You're
There is
unique.
no
Well,
there is no
I
better.
think if you
You're
take
good at
if you
both.
take into account the songwriting, then maybe they're equal. But I'm just saying my musical ability to like play guitar and play keyboard doesn't match my ability to draw and sculpt.
Yeah, but
I'm
you've
better at
gotten better at it. I'm sure you've been working on your music as well to make it better. It doesn't happen
Maybe to
overnight.
you, but remember one thing: your fans' views is what's more important than your own. Because if your fans think otherwise, then that's exactly what it is. It's better than what you think. You know what I mean? Like you get your fans. If your fans say it's better, then it's better. The only problem that I see that you have is the technical problems, and that could be an actual computer problem that you have because you're using a fog machine, and if you're using glycol, which is very sticky, it's a sticky substance that can actually cause problems with your computer and cause programs to freeze and all
Well, I
that
don't know
stuff.
if you like heard me before, but I went back and I watched.
Well, he did
And-
say that his fog machine did cause a bit of a power drain, which caused.
Yeah, if you watch the video, it's right when I put my foot out and I'm reaching for the switch, the foot switch. I have a foot switch for the fogger, and
Yeah.
it blew out what was left in the chamber. And when the chamber empties, then that's when it kicks on. So it kicked on like just as I was reaching my foot, and that's when the screen went black, and then it started looping.
Yeah.
And what normally I run the fogger.
Oh, okay, so that's what the loop was. Okay.
On a separate breaker, and I run an extension from my bedroom. And the other night I ran it into the bathroom, and I didn't realize the bathroom was on the same breaker. The lights were dimming in the studio when that fogger came on, and I think that's what triggered it.
Could be.
Total system freeze right there.
Power dip. Because I've had the same thing happen when I was driving my truck one day when we had the high winds. I had a brief dip in the power. All of a sudden, the computer went off, and I had to reboot. And then I was having a problem getting the network up. I had to unplug the router and wait for it to reset. And then when I got it to reset, and I went to go back live again, we had another dip. And I just somebody threw my hands in the air and said, I'll come back when the wind's not less windy. I don't want to destroy my hard drive with the power going on and off like that all the time.
Oh, where the hell Tiger
go?
go?
I'm getting spam mail. I think the Chinese are desperate to try to get more people to buy their products.
Why did they just kick Tiger Kitty out of the panel?
No, I didn't.
No, I said, did the Chinese do it or something? Is that why you're mentioning
Maybe
the Chinese?
she had to go take care of something. I think she's
Do you ever
been
think
out
the
panel for a
Chinese are
little
going to
while,
leave your?
actually.
Do you ever think the Chinese is going to leave your internet connection alone at some point?
Well, we know it definitely was nothing wrong with the interconnection this morning. It was green all day until Chris Bliss came up and showed his artwork, and then all of a sudden you start getting red squares, or the equivalent of red squares, which is a bar graph now. But
all I know, the Chinese ain't going to be very happy. I just got banned from Text Now.
Let's see, what are you doing, kitty cat? Let's get the cat on camera.
Now he's getting fatter, I swear.
What?
Is it he's getting fatter?
Well, I'm not getting skinnier either, so. Actually, he's not really,
Wait, hold on. You can. Well, okay, whatever.
He's not really fat, but he hasn't been going outside a lot either. He's been staying in the house most of the time.
Careful, he's gonna get you.
Which is a cinder block.
Does his fur need to be brushed at all?
I already brushed him up. I brushed him yesterday. I took care of him yesterday. He didn't have a lot of shedding on him. Viewers right now.
How many viewers? I can't see.
Well, it is running a little late right now, so gotta get ready to wrap it up soon. You don't have enough data on the other plan to stream for many more hours. I know.
Yeah, you remember these?
How do you data, Michele?
Oh, I see that. What are those? Those are
A trapper keeper.
Oh yeah, Trapper Keeper. Yeah, I remember those from high school. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got some pretty fancy looking one there.
God, I might even have one of my old ones somewhere. Somewhere in the closet.
There's another one. The original Trapper Keeper. This one I taped up. That was a model I did. This was a football one.
I don't even know if they still make those things anymore. I don't know if they do. Let me see.
I don't think so. And I could be wrong. People probably make their own and sell them these days.
I even had a place for my eraser. I drew a little square. That's where I kept my drawing.
So when you
I used
were
to
in high
draw from
school,
those how to draw books.
So when you were in high school, I bet you mostly were in the art class setting. I was taking art for 4 years, but
I didn't take any art in high school.
Yeah.
They kind of pushed me into like math and engineering. Well, I was in like advanced placement physics. So I went to school originally for electrical engineering.
Really?
I came from a school that was like they didn't really like push art on anybody. Like it was in all the art classes were like in the old part of the building, like in the basement. And I was really pushed into like math and science.
STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Yeah, well.
Yep, you want to know why they did that? Because they wanted all of us to become geniuses, things that we don't want to be, which is scientists, radar technicians. Well, jobs that people don't really want to do.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I went to school and they were like showing me how to like program like traffic lights, and it was like, I don't want to do that. This is like so.
Yeah, that's definitely
boring and tedious. Yeah.
Like I had to write.
And that's your job. That's what you're going to be doing all day long,
like,
man.
What was it, like C+ programming or something like that back then?
Yeah, C+.
Yeah, I wasn't into it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. All that stuff's like real good money and good to know, but it's like it's boring as shit. And you're doing the same thing all the time, and that's all you do.
Yeah.
Well, I went to
kind of like
business,
people who
I went to a business-oriented high school.
No, that's all you do is walk pipeline. Boring. I mean, I guess if you're somewhere out beautiful, maybe it would be kind of worth it. But other than that, boring.
I went to a business-oriented high school called the Gilbert School, which was more for business. So I learned a lot about business, which makes sense. I didn't mind it. I had a good time with it. I liked accounting. I liked working with the numbers. But I also did enjoy my artwork in my industrial art classes, too. So, my dad was a woodworker, so I knew wood shop, and I did metal shop, I did woodworking, I did art. I took art for like 3 years in a row, which is kind of fun.
Being a crane operator would be nice, but that's a real hard position to get.
Yeah.
There's not many cranes in the world being operating, compared to workers. So, but if you do get that position, my God, the pay is fucking insane.
If you want to be a crane operator, aerial crane, like at the shipyards, yeah, there's money to be made in that. All right, Galaxy Ice is coming up now. I met one. Hello, how you doing?
Hey.
Let's see. I'm gonna stop kissing my monitor. How's it going, Michele?
It's going
Wow, there's a lot on.
They still make them, David, the tapper keepers. Okay.
Yep. Boat patrol has come to save you, Michele.
Good to see you. How you doing anyway?
Throw the light back.
Yeah, it's really weird because this morning the show was totally good. That's why I think someone's deliberately doing this. Yeah, I think so. So which means if Michele bought her Starlink, someone would probably try to find a way to screw that up. Right. Well, I'm gonna get ready to use the bathroom and get some breakfast in, and then look at the weather. And see.
You can take a shit?
Whatever.
You can take a massive shit? Oh, okay.
I bet Rusty's over
I gotta
there.
do that too here at some point.
Let's see where Rusty is. He moved. He's over here.
Michelle's prairie dogging it over there.
That's his back.
Yeah, I had a humongous cheese fucking shit the other day. That shit was painful. Michele, I don't know how you eat that much cheese. I mean, you gotta have a blockage in there somewhere, and you just don't know about it.
Oh, I'm all clean up for that.
I'm dead serious, man. How the fuck are you eating that much fucking cheese?
Just use the block and starts gnawing on it.
That's fucking good. That's a little concerning, I mean, shit can happen at any time, Michele, when it comes to cheese.
I'm gonna see if
There's a lot of cheese on pizza.
I just learned my lesson. I was fine with cheese for a long time. Then boom, nope, not this time. Massive problem.
Let's see if we can get Rusty in camera so you can see him. There he is. He's over here.
I take pretty big shits, and this was a record.
Kind of hard to reach out over to grab him or pet him over there because he's in a tight spot. Oh.
Hopefully, I never have one that big ever again, to be honest with you. Can't wait till Michele gets that. I can't shit. I gotta go to the hospital. Shouldn't have ate all that cheese, Michele.
Actually, most cheese doesn't give me that problem. It's
that's weird. How? Like that's what it's supposed to do.
Well, it depends on the kind of cheese,
It's not like an
But
iron
it's all cheese. It's the same type of consistency. That's what
Yeah. So, what do you think of his artwork? Chris Bliss's artwork.
Pretty good.
Donna said, Chris, my husband took sound engineering too.
Electrical engineering?
Oh, she said sound engineering. I guess.
Oh, sound engineering.
Yeah, if you want to do sound engineering, do sonoluminescence. Create a star in a jar with sound waves and a little air pocket inside the water.
Yeah, I went to Northeastern in Boston for a little while.
That's some superior sound engineering right there. Then maybe you can study if nuclear fusion actually happens within that jar. And if it does, report back, because it might be really beneficial.
You know, it's cool.
Because there's still a theory that might be possible. So, you know.
You know what's cool is that you can refrigerate with sound. Most people don't even know that. Instead of using a mechanical compressor, you can use high-pitched, high-powered sound waves to actually act as compression for refrigerant.
Well, that's what I think was going on with the pyramids in Egypt. To be honest with you, that's now my new theory. I think because they knew frequency, and it's known through their hieroglyphs. You know, you use certain sounds, frequencies, and you will get that hieroglyph in the sand with the sound that you're making. All right. Now, with that known, these people, ancient people, knew things that we didn't. For example, the Chinese from thousands of years ago, or hundreds of years ago, knew what yin yang looked like and knew what it was. Now that's a quantum entangled photon. If you go look up a quantum entangled photon, it looks just like the yin yang. All right, these people knew things back then, and it's all been hidden from us. Now I think those explosions that they know happened underneath the pyramids, I think that was some sort of form of sonoluminescence, you know, mixed with some sort of hydrogen technology, because there's hydrogen involved in those pyramids too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the ancients were far more advanced than what we believe them to be.
They certainly
what
were
most
very
people believe.
precise with the pyramids as far as measurements go. But
How do you think that they cut?
Everybody says that they were generators. That, you know, they're generators, and that's what they all say. A lot of people. So, and if that's the case, you know, my theory really does kind of play into that, because that would make more sense, because they're harnessing a power.
Right, like
and maybe the hydrogen with sonoluminescence, maybe that's what actually activates the nuclear fusion within the sonoluminescence. Nobody's ever done it before that I know of.
Well, I
No
know
one's ever used heavy
one
water.
One engineer said he believes that the Great Pyramid was actually a power generator. It was operating a chemical laser microwaves that were sending signals out into space.
Why do the aliens, the spaceships that they've seen, why do they come out of water?
Brian, if you're listening, you might be able to try this. You might have the technology to do it.
Do you think their spaceships are powered by that? By what you're talking about?
Say what?
Do you think the alien spaceships are powered by what you're talking about?
It could be possible.
They also
I mean, it is some sort of advanced form of, you know, energy creation out of nothing, out of just sound. You know, that's pretty advanced.
I mean, could they be using ZPMs, 0-point modules, as well as anti-gravity devices?
Well, anti-gravity device is 0 point, basically.
Yeah.
That's what 0 point is. 0 point is, you know, it's a 0 point field. So, yeah, pretty much. The same thing as that.
Now, we all know that the different illustrations of some of the ETs and stuff, most of them are all bipedal, meaning they only have 2 legs and separate arms to carry stuff.
Sonoluminescence would also go with the lights in the sky depicted in ancient times during the Bible. You know, in Jesus' days, with the chariot in the sky, you know, real bright, you know, in the sky. Yeah, you know, it's probably just harnessing sonoluminescence.
Yeah, but don't forget the people
wasn't necessarily ET craft. It was just an advanced form of travel, you know, for those people back then.
Oh, and don't forget what the people in India talked about warring spacecraft in space. I forgot what they called them again. They they were talking about ETs fighting in space, a space war in history of India. Alien history, they talk about these battles by spacecraft that were not of human. Music engineering, poor guy. He died so young. Sorry about that.
And for all we know, maybe the Baghdad battery was them trying to replicate that type of technology.
Could be. But the sad
'Cause
truth is
you
the
would need a
Baghdad battery
containment for
doesn't
it,
produce much
too,
of a
but,
voltage.
yeah. Yeah. They're definitely trying something, but maybe they were trying to reverse engineer that type of technology themselves.
Could
And
be.
that's probably what the Baghdad battery actually is, trying to create something advanced that they didn't know about, but they witnessed it,
Well,
Yeah, I see your comments, Don. I got the chat open on the side here. So I'm reading the comments.
yeah. I still think it's interesting, though. I mean, clearly, as I said, my skill set is in a completely different area than Chris's is. But there is a little bit of an overlap. The fact that we both enjoy
you should
music.
create your own electric company, Michele.
I'm sorry, I'm not really kind of
I mean, I know it's
Tesla.
not possible, but yeah, it's always nice to dream, though.
Yeah.
But I believe there's energy in like everything. Like this cup of tea right here is like has enough energy inside it to like power a city. It's
That's
just
correct.
a matter of the way
Through 0-point energy. That's right. That's right. Actually, using 0-point energy, that entire cup is more powerful than the
we
world.
could have that as a movie tonight. Do you guys like the
Way
movie?
more energy. It's like it goes to like insanity level if you really learn how to harness it right.
Do you remember the movie Stargate?
But we may never get that technology,
What about the movie Stargate? Because I could get that one, or maybe even Stargate Atlantis, which is a TV show.
Stargate. That's like Trump's AI pro. Why name it Stargate? What the hell is that all about?
It's AI, actually. He wants to promote AI in the United States. He's a creator.
Yeah, but why promote? Here, listen. Why would you call an AI project Stargate? For what? Oh, because they're going to put AI in space to monitor everything, right? Through Elon's technology.
It could
maybe?
be. Could be related also to the Iron Dome
And they're just
project
not
he wants to
telling
build
people.
too. No, it also might be combining with the Iron Dome project that he's talking about for a defense system. Kind of like where
I'm
Ronald
going to
Reagan
say
kind of
something
left
that's going to
off with
trigger
the
the shit out of you, Michele. But I've seen definitive proof that Trump is actually the Antichrist because he has Christ in his family's name lineage.
You think he's the Antichrist now?
Well, he does have Christ in his family's name lineage. Yeah, believe it or not.
Where did you find that?
Oh, but here, I'll send it to you. Here's the. Send you one of his ancestors here.
Well, I wonder who
Let
was
me
in
get
my
back
family
into,
lineage. Probably just a normal, everyday person, so. Well, if we're living in a simulator, the pyramids are just as simulated as we are. We know we're not in a computer video game. That idea has been kicked around the universe a couple times. Are we characters in a video game?
No, we're just
So we're not NPCs because we're
well,
being played.
well when it comes out when it comes out that this is the quantum verse and not the universe anymore, then that's when things are going to change and everyone's perspective on reality is also going to change. Because everything's connected. Because I know I instantly went somewhere when I had my experience a few years ago.
I've heard of it.
You know, when I passed. So that was like a wake up call to me that, you know, it's not what we've been told at all. Nothing. At all. Now I don't care whose near death experience you hear. It's nothing. It was nothing like what I had. This was like totally customary.
Well,
so I think what's going on is that your near-death experiences are customary to whatever program is here, because
right now, guys,
there is binary code witnessed in space by the observatories. They witnessed it.
Anyway, I hate to
you can actually see the.
Right, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think it's almost time to get ready to wrap it up because most everybody's leaving and the internet is stuttering a bit. So I think it's time to get ready to wrap it up. But I just want to say, everybody, thank you for coming up here today, and I hope you all have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 16th of February as well, Chris. That's a Sunday.
We'll get it right.
All right, we're looking forward
Michele,
to
you do know your internet's fine, right?
No, it's buffering a little bit on my side too.
No, your internet's fine because you're not jittering around. You're crystal clear. Everything's fine.
Yeah, well, I was buffering a bit, and everybody's leaving, so.
Oh, that's right. You wanted to go take a poop. I forgot. Yeah, you should go take your shit.
No, we're down to 11 people.
Yeah, it's not good to hold in your poop, Michele.
We're down to 11 people. It means that. Yes, I do gotta eat and stuff too, but we're down to 11 people. That means everybody's getting ready to go home. So, alright, so Chris, thank you very much for being on the show. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Happy birthday on Thursday if I don't see you before Thursday. If you come on Thursday, I would love to have you play some of your music on my show on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll definitely be around on the Thursday.
Okay. All right, great.
I'd
love to have you come by.
Thanks, Michele. I'm going to drop out.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye-bye, Michele. Bye-bye, Red. Talk to you guys later.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Yeah. Bye-bye. All right. So we are getting to the point where we get the red square, and there is some buffering going on my side. And that means that instead of having my show end up being in part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, it just means it's time to get ready to wrap it up, basically. And everybody's getting ready to go home and do what they gotta do. So, but I'm looking forward to seeing get Chris by, because it was weird, because this morning the signal was totally perfect. I definitely do think someone's pushing your buttons. It definitely is YouTube. I don't know if it's affecting Kick. Maybe we can check the Kick side of things. I have no idea, but may you all have a nice and happy and safe day. Oh, get me sitting in the right place. I got it. Okay. Live long and prosper. A nice and short one. All right, guys. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
MicheleMarieDalene, I will always be there for you. Michele, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summer's embrace, she finds her way, twisting and turning, she won't let things sway, with love for the music and She dances through life, her heart in control. She won't give up, she won't sit down. In her purple dress, she twirls around. With every rhythm, with every beat, she conquers the floor, she won't retreat.